Why did Foreman replace Cuddy? How and why did Foreman become the Dean of Medicine after Dean Cuddy left Princeton Plainsboro Teaching Hospital? So Foreman mentions that Cuddy left the day after House drove a car into her house. So after the house incident, double house incident, Cuddy decided to resign. Now, Cuddy had been the dean of medicine for many, many years, and because she'd been there for so long and she was doing a great job, there was a lot of stability at Princeton Plainsboro Teaching Hospital. And with Cuddy gone all of a sudden, PPTH is in massive disarray, and there's a huge power vacuum. So the board of directors would have wanted to fill Cuddy's position very quickly in order to keep and maintain order and make sure that PPTH is running smoothly. And choosing someone else, maybe another dean of medicine at another hospital or another administrator or another very talented doctor who is good at leadership, that would be a very long process, and trying to choose someone else from outside of the hospital would take too long. It would take a lot of interviewing, a lot of perhaps convincing some people to leave their jobs, and it's just too long and drawn out of a process. And the board probably didn't have the time to waste to spend. They didn't have the time to spend looking for someone else. And so the board maybe decided to promote from within, and Foreman was one of the candidates because Foreman has always been ambitious and some power hungry, always wanting more and more. And so it would make perfect sense, first of all, that he would want the job and go for the job. And Foreman perhaps got on very good graces and good terms with people on the board. Maybe Foreman became very close with the chairman of the board, or Foreman just had a lot of friends on the board. He found a way to get them to like him. So, with the board of directors on his side, and having been a very credible doctor and a very smart, talented, driven, good leader, Foreman was able to convince the board to hire him, and they made him the dean of medicine. So the reason Foreman was able to become dean of medicine, the reason Foreman replaced Cuddy, is because, first of all, Cuddy left very quickly, and the board was eager to fill the seat, and maybe they wanted to promote from within, and Foreman was there, and Foreman very powerful and ambitious, and always seeking good leadership opportunities. Foreman probably also had many friends on the board, and he was able to get the board of directors on his side. So those would be some of the reasons why Foreman was able to replace Cuddy. And of course, it's possible that perhaps the board of directors was actually looking for someone else to fill the position, but because it would take too long to interview and select people and go through the process, maybe they decided to appoint Foreman as the interim dean of medicine. Maybe they only were planning on having him around for a little bit, and they weren't planning on having him as the permanent dean of medicine. Maybe the agreement was that he would be the dean of medicine for a little bit until they found someone else. But because Foreman got in the position and did such a good job, maybe they decided to just keep him as the dean of medicine and keep him in that position. So there's that. And Foreman actually does not mention how long he has been the dean of medicine. So it's possible that after Cuddy left, there was a long period where there was no dean. And after searching through other candidates and just going through everyone, perhaps the board decided that Foreman was the best person. So maybe Foreman beat the other candidates. And it's also actually not explicitly clear when exactly Cuddy resigned and left, because she gave her notice, her intent of resigning, the day after House drove a car into her house. but maybe she left the week after or the month after or wherever. And it's mentioned that Cuddy took another job. So obviously taking another job would take some time as well. So who knows exactly when Cuddy physically left, but she did give her intent of resigning, her notice, the day after House drove a car into her house. So this is all the speculation and theories as to how and why Foreman replaced Cuddy.